different playstyle here for Darm1 Gaming on the bottom side of the map. And Papa Smithy, does this mean Zaya Rakan?
Hoyt is the better Rakan player. Otherwise, while Barrow's played less games, I feel like they're pretty equivalent on a lot of other champions. Barrow had a better Alistar at one point, but Hoyt's Alistar has been good in the past. So with their dynamic side selection, blue side.
Yeah.
And Alpaca and also Pawn have been big stars so far today. I think for me, they were the two big MVP candidates. Some people would say Tucson because he's on the flashy champion, but I thought
carry composition towards the later stages of the game. They've got a hell of a lot of damage and a spare life now running around the ring.
And we got the NA duo, baby, Kindred Zillion, finally coming out, a Cloud9 favorite. We've seen many other teams around the LCS play that duo. The reason why I'm a bit skeptical is that I think Zillion is really bad in 5v5.
It could be a very early one. We'll see whether Darm1 Gaming behind the Vladimir from Nogari can extend it for us. Darm1 fans in full voice.
Us invading. Actually, it's level 3.
Yeah, he's going to find the Kindred Canyon. Waiting for the dance of arrows. The flash in comes. Oh no! Red buff is going to wear off, and Canyon will survive for now. And in fact, no red buff yet to be picked up. Now Kingzone looking for a potential dive. That's a teleport coming from the Lysandra. They're starting this one so early. Huge knock up onto Hoyt as Tucson has to flash, and he's going to go down. It's a botched dive and maybe an overconfident Kingzone here in Game 3.
Hoyt was able to pop the aftershock, so doesn't die fast enough. Kingzone Dragon X, they're trying to send us home early.
Oh, yeah, some aggressiveness there from Rascal.
Here's Canyon.
Yep, he's going to head towards the bottom side of the map. Can Tucson actually get out? That's a great body block there from Hoyt, who wants to be able to get the trample proc. It's a decent double taunt, but not enough to save the Galio. As now Kingzone are looking for this teleport play. Cannon wants to find his way in as Canyon gets the dance of arrows, but the headbutt's good. Hoyt might sacrifice himself, and Rascal is going to get that kill. 1-for-1 with teleport invested from Kingzone.
And also the time of the top laner, who now has to full reset again.
As Nuclear is in a hell of a lot of trouble. That's a pretty good taunt, and that's an easy kill. Just not sure what Nuclear was doing there.
That seems really, really poor timing because Alistar's roam was spotted on a control wall that he cleared topside. So, I mean, Tucson had already presented himself, right? Nuclear just goes and tries to clear the most conspicuous control wall, which wasn't in the brush, by the way, and just died. That's what we call a Game 3. We're down 0-2 pressure mistake. He had all the information. IQ bad ward.
Yeah, that's it's real bad. As Deft, he's going to throw out the culling. Nuclear takes most of that damage. Good headbutt, but it does mean that Hoyt is going to get taunted up. Aftershock procs. Ultimate is already down. And Showmaker had to use the cleanse very early on and almost died to Pawn.
Hoyt might be having the best Alistar game in a while.
Yeah.
So far, he's done everything perfectly, but sadly...
At least the only one on the team. Another cleanse is now going to be on cooldown as Cuz is looking to take down Shelly. Rascal's going to come in from the backline, but will be here relatively late. Cuz does pick that one up as Hemo Plague. Not going to get too much value. Great triple knock up there from Hoyt as he dives on in. Lamb's Respite now getting value onto Canyon. But now Rascal's going to have to flash out. Deft very, very low, but will still pick up that kill as Pawn doesn't follow the claw. Hoyt will get taken down as Nuclear finally turns up. Hoyt gets out of there, but Nuclear's not going to get any value. It just dies. Oh no, it's a disaster for Darm1 fans, as it just feels like they don't have enough damage here at this stage of the game.
No more further kills, but it does feel like one of those final nails in the coffin for Darm1 this threat on the enemy team. It's the same story when you think about Kale as a champion in team fights. Against AoE, she struggles. Against predictable burst on one member, she's easy to execute. Kingzone is smart. They leave the back of the Shelly exposed till the end and burst it down, so no possible steal. And you watch the fight. Canyon does get good value out of his ult, but after the dust settles, no further threat onto Deft. He doesn't die, and then sadly, the dominoes are only 1 by 1 for Darm1 Game.
Yeah, exactly. And Nuclear's very late to this fight, and you think that maybe full health he's going to be able to get some work done, but that's just in time for Tucson to have that taunt back off cooldown. And you can see it's an understandable reaction here from the Kingzone crew, but they're going to be really comfortable because this is a Game 3 where they've already got 2 wins on the board.
Target selection wasn't good enough to get that first kill, and it's on minions, so once again, well played to him. definitely Damon's MVP so far, but Kingzone team effort. Look at that TP spot!
Yeah, that's an aggressive teleport here as everyone's going to surround the cannon. Slicing Maelstrom does come in as Hoyt falls down. Rascal, they knew exactly what was happening. That's a good stopwatch, but I don't think it's going to save the life of Canyon. Sorry, it was the chrono shift. Canyon now trying to turn it onto Rascal. That's the flash lightning rush. Is it going to be enough? Lamb's Respite counters the Void Rush here from Cuz's Kingzone. Deal with the Vladimir on the back line. The bomb is doing some good zoning from Def, but Kindred is still going to fall down, and Showmaker loses all his friends with only a reward in a kill on the Rek'Sai to follow it up.
The Damwon Gaming, they're chasing the loss, they're going further in the hole. They're doubling down when the cards aren't going their way, and it feels like Kingzone, if this is a poker game, they've got the whole cam. They has the ignominy of the bomb ticking. Here's the Drake.
Yeah, another fight. That's going to be a steal from Cuz. Gets it with an auto attack after his smite somehow. He will get taken down, but the Dragon does go to Kingzone. Now Pawn trying to keep himself alive, has the ultimate. That's a hero's entrance to write home about. Gets the knock up. That's a very dead Kindred. No Lamb's Respite. This time around, double kill for Def as he's in the back line. And now Rascal, he's peeling for the AD carry, and Def keeps himself alive. Showmaker gets baited forward as Def just dashes over the wall. There's even a stopwatch to keep Pawn alive, and they're just playing so good this day, man. It's so strong from Kingzone Dragon X.
That was unbelievable team fighting from Kingzone that can only really be fully understood with a slow motion replay. The fact that they live on, so this again plays into the target selection we talked about earlier.
6,000 gold, now the lead as we have a look at the replay.
Let's talk about target selection. It's a bit of a buzzword we talked about first. Now, before that comes in, well, the last Q gets it, nice steal from Cuz. But what I want you to watch is how they deal with Noguri, who looks at this fight and is probably like licking his lips saying, oh, the AoE is going to be the big winner here. First, they buy space. Noguri on the bot side, he just wants to keep Def out of the fight, but everyone from Kingzone turns onto Noguri and bursts him down instead of dealing with nuclear. They don't call Kai'Sa, they call Vladimir, and on the back end, Showmaker has to flash in to try to ult Noguri, doesn't get there, so his flash is wasted. We talked about how execution is. Their execution from Kingzone is next level, and the execution from Damwon, understandably 2-0 down, is letting them down.
Yeah, and able to just sneak around these fights so nicely. And Tucson saying Infernal, so that's only going to add to that one. Is the Lamb's Respite button was found there by Canyon, but the taunt does land. He's going to go down. It's the chrono shift that's going to be in there from Showmaker. It's now Hoyt. He's just getting kited. Pawn throws out the ultimate. One more auto would have done it as Hoyt is going to limp away. And now Noguri gets dashed at by Def.
And that was 5v4. Kennen couldn't get there. It was TP advantage to Noguri. But Noguri just ends up with a defensive teleport after all. They might even look for a pick on the back end.
Yep, that's going to be the flash in. Instant kill. Rascal's going to be able to pick that one up now that he's turned up to the fight. Congratulations, Rascal. You made it. And they're able to get the pick on the AD carry. Pawn is just clearing out vision to make sure they have inside track towards top side. But Kingzone might just want to break open the base right here.
And having those intangibles means you've got a lot around you. Speaking of a lot around you, Hoyt's trying his best.
Yeah, very early Lamb's Respite once again here from Canyon. The culling is eaten by that particular ultimate. That's good news here for Kingzone as the bombs are going to do some damage here to Deft, who doesn't have any lifesteal in the build just yet. I think Lifeline has been picked up but hasn't been stacked too much as another Infernal has spawned. Pawn looking for a blue buff, isn't going to be gifted with one as now Cuz has started this up. Rascal has found Damwon, headbutt pole comes in. Banshee's Veil not going to be enough. Hero's entrance comes down, slicing Maelstrom right onto Nuclear as the Dragon does fall. In the backline, Rascal takes down the Kai'Sa and flashes away. Noguri has to use his flash to get on over, but Damwon, they're losing everyone on their front line. Showmaker gets obliterated, Noguri as well, and Deft and Pawn do too much damage. Every team fight is just on a silver platter for this team.
But it's so exquisite in the execution. They're so good at playing them, Atlas, even though the tools are new. We don't see any Cillian Kindred in the LCK. Kingzone had the ward that was smart against the duo. There was never any roams from the team, and when the team fights come in, they're just on another level.
Yeah, this is like watching the SKT where we wanted to break down the ultra slow motion team fights because the finesse was so beautiful to watch. And now we may actually have Kingzone Dragon X versus SKT for our second round in 2 days' time. And that matchup has all of a sudden got way more spicy.
It felt like it would just
falls down. It should be 2 inhibitors. And Kingzone staring down the barrel of a very impressive 3-0 victory here in the round 1 of playoffs. The gauntlet run was looking good as now the final engagement. Lamb's Respite very early once again, but that's a great heroic entrance as Hoyt uses his ultimate and he's going to keep himself alive. Def is going to fall down. Rascal in the backline as well, but Cuz has a lot of damage. Pawn still has a lot of damage, but there's still more members of Damwon left alive. Pawn is trying to run them around this rift.
Can he get this one as well?
Yep, Cuz comes on over and just cleans it up. Pawn says, all right, we lost a couple of our carries. It's okay, I'm still here, I can carry this team fight.
Pawn can even impress us in the Lissandra. He's a magician on the LeBlanc, and he does it on Lissandra as well. They might just end the game here.
Yeah, it was a little bit of Kingzone smacking them with their wallets, but still looking to be...
The siege is quite poor, and as you siege to a defender's advantage like the Nexus, you're going to get hit by 4 or 5 men.
Whoa! Okay, Rascal dives on forward. That's 2 already dead as Showmaker. They're going to wait for the ultimate and then take him down. No, Rascal a little bit too early there on that one as Cuz dives in. He is able to take down the cow and stays alive against Nuclear, who's not going to be so lucky. They obliterate Damwon, and they don't want a Baron, they want a Nexus, and they want their 3rd one in a row to finish this series.
So in Dragon X ending the game, the 3-0 means the 7-0 since the regular season started. Kingzone have grown up, and now SK Telecom T1 should have a real challenge on their hands.
Yep, and since round 2 started, they've lost 3 maps, I believe. Just absolute, utter dominance from this squad. It's going to continue moving into their next round of the gauntlet, but it's going to be a much more difficult opposition. SKT lie in wait, and it's going to be a huge one in a couple of days' time.
And that is just an awesome thing to say. We would have been right there telling fans, look, good victory, but SKT have to love their chances. If not for a series like this, where Kingzone was ahead on a micro level, a macro level, their drafting was better. They had new stuff, they returned to old stuff. They just did stuff better than Damwon Gaming could even have thought of. They got incepted away the best ideas that I've seen in recent memory. So take the bow, Kingzone, you deserve it. And honestly, don't we have a fun subtitle for Kingzone versus SKT? Because we can actually, without being any sort of jokes, say, somehow it's become who won the battle of the offseason in the LCK. Somehow it's Kingzone with Rascal starting, with Cuz starting, versus SKT's dream team for which list manager did the best.
Yeah, exactly right. And we have 3 bench warmers of 2018 on this roster that are stepping up to look like they don't need no sub.